My final video for EDT 8150 will be a part of an introduction to the very first course in the Adapted Physical Education online endorsement program I teach. And the idea behind this entire course is to provide my learners with the content knowledge they're going to need in order to effectively work in physical education and sport type settings with children or students who have disabilities. And it could be any disability, so anything from visual impairments, hearing impairments, being in a wheelchair, cerebral palsy, anything like that. And as this is an introductory course, it's going to be important that I do provide that introduction to my experiences and then hopefully can open my learners' eyes to the different possibilities that exist for teaching and working with individuals who have disabilities in sport and physical education settings. So the people who are going to be in my program are already teachers. They all have to have their undergraduate teaching in physical education license, and so at this point everybody is an actual teacher. Some of them are in inclusive settings, and an inclusive setting is where you have individuals with and without disabilities together. Some of them are in adapted settings where it's a segregated, only people with disabilities type of setting. And one of the things that I do in this video is to make sure that I give a brief overview of the important things they are going to learn in the program, why it will be helpful to them, why this program is good, what makes it a good quality, and essentially then how to interact with and work with people who have disabilities in various settings. Again, since these learners are part of my endorsement program and this is their first class, I work on the assumption that they've had at least one undergraduate physical education teaching kids with disabilities type of class. When I was doing research for my video just to see how many undergraduate programs actually do have their students take an adapted physical education class, I found that about 69% of them do. And to me that's not high enough, because in most of the settings that exist for physical education, more than likely you will have a student with a disability at some point, whether it's a learning disability, autism, Down syndrome. Higher functioning disabilities a lot of times are included in regular or inclusive physical education classes. I believe the video I will be creating for this particular course will help provide them a brief introduction to the content, to the program, and quick tips and hints that they can use right now in their everyday teaching and their everyday lives with the students who they interact with on a daily basis. According to Knowles and colleagues, andragogy is essentially teaching adults, and that's what I do. I am teaching current physical education teachers how to work with students, specifically students with disabilities. Within the andragogical model, there are 6 different assumptions that the teacher should try to make sure that they incorporate. So I'm going to talk about each of those 6 assumptions, and I'll talk about how I've incorporated them into my video, but then also some of those assumptions I don't necessarily include in the video just because it's not realistic for that specific video of what I wanted to do. So I'll give an example of how I've incorporated them into other components of my class. So the first assumption is the need to know. And in this case, it's important that the instructor lets the adult or the learner know what they're going to be learning and why it's important for them, right? How does this help you in your everyday life? What do you need to know? What can you do with this information? And so in my storyboard and in my video, what you'll see is I'm going to be using the video function to introduce myself, the course, the endorsement program, and do my best to relate what it is we'll be covering in the video as well as in the program to their everyday lives, anything that they may do in a teaching setting. So the individuals in my program are current physical education teachers, and they have little to no formal training when it comes to working with students who have disabilities. So it's very important to them that I help them understand how to do this. And more importantly, they need to know some of just the basic information, tips and tricks for interacting with, communicating with, and talking to people with disabilities. The second assumption relates to self-concept of the adult learner. In this assumption, adults are used to being adults and making their own decisions. And this is something that needs to carry into the andragogical classroom, because sometimes the learner just wants to sit back and wait to be taught. They want us to teach them. They don't want to do anything. And so one of the things I like to do is to try to have a more hands-on approach with my learners so that they can start interacting with one another, interacting with me. They're not just sitting there and trying to soak up the information that I impart on them. So this assumption is not necessarily going to be present in my video, because the video is more getting to know the teacher, getting to know the course, the program, and again, just the quick tips and tricks for interacting with people who have disabilities. But in every other class I teach, I do my best to build up their self-concept to help them feel confident and to teach them how to ask for help when they need it, because you're not always going to know the answer to everything. So they're going to learn to ask each other for help, ideas, maybe things that other learners have done that have worked. They'll learn to ask me questions, and then also to do research and figure out answers on their own if they can't talk to somebody about their question. Most physical education teachers actually tend to be more hands-on in the experiences that I've had. So in this case, where they're active and they're learning how to ask questions and they're working with one another, I feel like this is going to be more beneficial for them, and I try to incorporate this as much as I can into the online classes I teach. The third assumption relates to previous experiences the learners have had throughout their lives. And that could be in everyday happenings, or it could also be in the teaching setting, in my case. Again, in my program, many, if not all, of my learners do not have that formal training to work specifically with individuals who have disabilities. So my job is to relate as much as I can to the gym setting and to possible experiences they may have had at one point or another. And I feel this is the best way to enhance the past experiences they've had and to make their future experiences even better. This is something I also do in my online classes, although it may not be truly evident in my actual video. A lot of what I do in my classes is done through discussion posts, where a student will have to post a thread and then other people will comment and answer questions and things like that. It's hard to do in an introductory video, but it is something I do regularly in my actual class sessions. One other thing I've noticed is sometimes when learners hear the information from the instructor, it seems more theoretical and less practical. So that's why I like to have them give their actual experiences or ideas, because it seems more authentic coming from a peer versus coming from an authority figure. The fourth assumption is that adults will show a readiness to learn. And basically this means they will learn what's necessary in order to help them function in life or at work. So in the introductory part of my video, I do a little bit of background information on the Adapted Physical Education Endorsement Program and how it will be helpful to my learners in their current teaching environments, whether they teach in an adapted setting or in an integrated setting. And by giving them this introduction and having a quick, easy session about terms and terminology they can use now, I am providing them with a quick view of helpful things that showcase how useful this class will be. This will help them to relax and to be more receptive to the information we discuss in class. The fifth assumption that Knowles talks about is orientation to learning. This assumption centers on the idea that adults learn when the idea being presented is something that will help them in their current lives. And that could be at work, it could be in everyday life, it doesn't matter, but in my case it relates to teaching. So I do my best in every lesson I teach to make all the information I present as worthwhile and meaningful to their life experiences. I do this by asking them a lot of questions and try to learn more about their specific experiences, teaching situations, and ideas that they have, so I can relate our content to things that they will think is useful to them. This is not necessarily something that's included in the video as well, but it is something I do regularly. The last assumption is that of motivation. The whole reason I started the online Adapted Physical Education Endorsement Program is specifically to motivate physical education teachers to get this endorsement. It's a 5-class endorsement, it's quick, it can be done in 1 year, and my reasoning behind this is that physical education is being cut from the schools too much, in my opinion. There are a lot of schools already in Ohio that don't have physical education or physical education teachers. Well, one thing that's nice is that by law, every student with a disability who has an IEP or individualized education plan has to receive physical education services by a qualified teacher. This is where I come in. So my job is to train them to be these qualified teachers, and this is a way to motivate these individuals to come to me and to learn, because they don't want to lose their job. If their school cuts physical education, they're out of a job. So that's why I am trying to motivate them to talk to other teachers they may know to get the endorsement, to try to learn as much as they can and make sure that they do finish the program so that they have this endorsement added to their teaching license.